Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakak That's all praise and honor to the Most High Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. I'd like to give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And I'd like to say a sincere Shalom, wa Barakatham to the hopeful elect, the men that are prophesying and laboring in this truth, in this doctrine, risking their lives and their freedom throughout the four winds of the world. To you, I say Shalom. Okay, the title of this lesson is going to be Esau plans to replace you or chip you. And this is talking about the employment situation here in America. All right, where there's over 30 million people that are unemployed right now because of this COVID-19 pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Okay, but as people return back to work, when they eventually do, all right, they're going to come back to they may not come back to work. They're going to come back and their wage or whatever they make hourly or their salary is going to be slashed. All right, and people are not going to have a choice because people need to work. They've been out of work. All right, and a lot of people aren't receiving their unemployment benefits. All right, so we're already a month, 5 weeks into this, where America's been pretty much shut down. All right, and people are about to be in dire straits right now. All right, meaning a degree of difficulty. People are already cashing out their 401ks, digging into their savings. All right, eventually when that runs out, and when this extra $600 that Esau is giving you runs out, what are you gonna do? All right, but a lot of these, but what's going to happen is Esau knows people want to work, knows people need to work to support their families and basically make ends meet to survive. They're going to give you your jobs back. They're going to offer you your jobs. They're going to, but there's a catch to it. You got to be chipped, all right? And they're going to say that the chip is a part of safety measures, and we want you to be safe. We want this to be a safe environment and all that stuff. They're going to give you that, but you're going to eventually have to make a choice. All right, whether you're going to save your life in this, save your life, save the life you were used to, that you were once comfortable in, or lose it for the Lord's sake. All right, and we're coming into those times where Esau is using any and everything, any wicked device they have to try to get you to take this mark, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right, and Esau's using this unemployment as just another device. All right, let me get this real quick. Let me grab that real quick. Second Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, this is nothing more than a device. It's unemployment. All right, Esau knows people got to work out there, but Esau, what they planning to do is they're wiping out all the mom and pop shops. All right, everything is going to be corporate. All right, whether it's everything is Walmart, Amazon, Costco, Sam's Club. All right, that's what Esau plans to do. All right, you're eventually only going to have a few employers to choose from. All right, because like a lot of these Edomites out here, they got their own businesses and everything. That shit about to be wiped out. All right, everything is about to be corporate, and Esau knows that. That's what's part of Esau's New World Order agenda. All right, so let me hop into this article. It says the second phase of unemployment will be harsher. The American workers displaced by recession, widespread public sympathy soon gives way to moralizing anger. All right, and there are already people out there in front of their city halls marching and protesting. Open the economy back up. And Esau knows exactly what they're doing with this COVID-19 crisis, or whatever you want to call it, pandemic. Okay, they're gonna eventually, they're gonna starve you people out. Some of you, all right. It says in the past few weeks, the United States witnessed an unprecedented spike in jobless claims that have overwhelmed state agencies. Alongside a health crisis and an economic crisis, we are now entering into a devastating period of mass unemployment, one that decades of research tell us will leave deep financial and psychological scars for the workers and families trapped within it. All right, so hey, that's a strong statement right there. And hey, Esau is not lying about that in this article. All right, this mass unemployment because people, people are used to, people that were working, or whether you were receiving benefits from the government or not, you're used to getting that check, or used to, getting that check every 2 weeks so you could pay your mortgage and pay this and pay that and pay for your kid's school or whatever you had to pay for your car. All right. But when those things are cut off, people are going to become they're going to lose it. They're going to run in. It's going to be sedition amongst men in this place. They're going to be uprising to the people spoken of in the scriptures. Okay, because people don't have, and if people don't have, they're going to try to take your shit eventually. All right, that's the times that we're coming into, where it says so like, I don't want to keep jumping back and forth, but I just want to get this point real quick. This is Matthew 24, and where is it? Verse 12. And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, it's not going to be no love out here in these streets. All right, and with this unemployment, with this mass unemployment, all right, people are going to lose it eventually. All right, because eventually, whether they're getting unemployment benefits or not, that's going to eventually run out. All right, that, what is it? 3 months of $600 extra. Okay, and there's no other. People think that there's another stimulus check that's coming, or they're going to push another stimulus plan. That's not coming. Okay, at that $1,200 that you got, or whatever it was, depending on however many kids you have, that's just gone. Okay, that just got Jake. That didn't even get Jake above water. Jake is still above water. Or a lot of Jakes are still behind on their rent. Okay, they're still behind on their specific payments that they have, credit card payments, car payments, whatever it may be. All right, and these Edomites that own these credit companies, these banks, hey, they're going to give you a little leeway, but at the end of the day, they're going to say, enough is enough. You have to find a way to pay us, or we're going to come take your house, or we're going to come take your car. That's the time that we're living in. Okay. Today, back to the article. Today, Americans across party lines recognize the need to act quickly to minimize this harm, but the bipartisan support will soon fade as it has in the past recessions. If Congress and state governments are going to pass forward-thinking legislation to help unemployed and precariously unemployed workers, now is the time. Hey, man, all they gave you was that stimulus, and that's it. That's all they're giving. That's the only handout that ESAU is giving you. Okay? Having researched the experience of unemployed workers over the past 20 years, we expect that the coming unemployment crisis will have two distinct phases. The first phase, the country will largely respond with a sense of solidarity and compassion for millions who have lost their jobs. Americans will recognize that external forces, the coronavirus, and government policies to create social distance have triggered these mass layoffs, and they will see the plight of unemployed workers in that light. And we're in that phase right now. We're in the first phase of unemployment where there are mass layoffs, to create social distancing. Everyone, we're all in this together, all that crap. Okay. But eventually, when that second phase come around, when when your stimulus check is gone, your stimulus money is gone, your unemployment benefits are gone, what are you going to do? Because when you still don't have a job, when your employer isn't calling you back, or your job isn't hiring anybody back. If they do, they're hiring minimal people, and they're going by seniority, and you're at the bottom of the seniority list. What are you going to do? Look for another job? Of course you're going to look for another job, but you and a million other people are in that same boat looking for other job. All right, so it's going to be everyone trying to fighting to get a minimum wage job, pretty much. All right, whether you got a degree or not. All right, those people with degrees and masters, they're going to be in that same job hunt with people that just got high school diplomas or GEDs. All right, it says those who lost their jobs will struggle to make ends meet in a standstill economy, but will at least be spared. And they will at least be spared some of the blame leveled against the jobless and other economic downturns. When there are more than 20 million people file for unemployment in a month, even the hard-hearted will have trouble casting them as idlers or parasites. As a result, there should be sufficient political will to continue generous government support, perhaps expanding upon the $2 trillion stimulus package that Congress recently passed. They're not going to do that. They're not going. ESAU $2 trillion stimulus package. That's pretty much all they're going to give. All right, ESAU is going to starve you people out. All right, and by design. Okay, so you have to go to them for the one of all things. All right, and it's talking about these international bankers. This is part of their New World Order. All right, to have this one world government, one world currency, global, universal wage, all of that. Okay, that's part of their New World Order agenda. All right, and slashing a lot of these jobs and rehiring these people at lower wages. That's a part of it. Okay, into corporate position, not corporate position, but into just a few corporations where you only have a few a few uh, 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 a few businesses or few corporations to choose from. All right, because like I said, the mom and pop shops, the small little stores, small little businesses, they're going to be done after this. All right, when it's all said and done. All right. Eventually, the outbreak will subside. The economic conditions will improve. Yet, for workers who remain unemployed, the situation will worsen. We will likely we are likely to see a repeat of the unemployment crisis in the Great Recession, but the underlying dynamics will be amplified. Everything's going to be amplified in these days. All right. During the second phase, companies will begin to rehire workers. In the past, if the past is any guide, many employers will use this opportunity to replace some of their former workers with cheaper and more contingent labor. All right, so if you've been working on a job for 15, 20 years, you're at a certain position, you're at a certain wage, you're at a certain salary. All right, Esau is going to replace you for cheaper work and someone that can do multiple jobs. Say you're just doing one specific job, Esau is going to replace you with someone that can do multiple jobs at a lower wage. All right, and like I said, Esau is using this, obviously using this pandemic to their advantage. All right, Esau is always using any kind of crisis to their advantage. Okay, during normal economic times, slashing wages and stripping away job security prompts a backlash of protest and bad publicity. Esau don't give a shit about bad publicity right now. Okay, or backlash. They're going to, they'll say, okay, whatever, bad publicity. In a week or two, you won't be talking about something else. All right, you'll be talking about NBA playoffs or something. Okay, Esau don't care about that. Esau, this is a big money grab for Esau too. All right, where they can uh, um, get rid of a bunch of workers and hire new workers for lower wages. All right. Back to the article. But lowering such labor costs is easy when the economy is stalled and workers are grateful for any opportunity. All right, so it's going to be workers out there that's going to be overqualified for positions, but they're going to be grateful to have a job to go to. They're going to take it. Okay, and eventually it's going to get to a point where they're going to this is going to be it's going to be people are going to want jobs, and Esau is going to present that chip. Okay, and that chip is going to be it's going to give you you're going to have a choice whether you're going to take that chip to maintain this job, to maintain a specific lifestyle, to maintain to continue to pay your bills, pay your mortgage, your car note, or you're going to or not. And a lot of people are going to take that chip. All right, and Esau is going to give you every explanation in the world why it's a positive, why it's a plus for you to take that chip and be monitored at your job. All right, it's only a matter of time before it happens. Before and a lot of these jobs aren't going to make it mandatory at first, but Esau is going to eventually pull some kind of false flag. They're going to use this. They're going to use a potential pandemic to push that chip. All right, back to the article. See, more broadly, the crisis will accelerate some long-running market trends toward industry consolidation. All right, where it's going to be it's going to say it right there, which reduces one choice of potential employers. All right, so it's only going to have if you do have if you have a choice at what job you want to work at, it's only going to be a handful of employers that you could work for. All right, that's all a part of Esau's New World Order agenda. All right, it's going to be one grocery store. All right, a few airlines you can work at, a few hotel chains, and that's it. All right, everything's going to be corporatized. All right, if that's a word. Okay, automation. All right, this is going to take a lot of jobs also, in which machines replace human labor. All right, you already have places like McDonald's where they have the automated, have the menu where you can press the button and then they just bring you out your food. Okay, a lot of places are going to push for that automation, that contactless kiosks and things like that, because of the COVID-19. All right, they're gonna so people they're gonna make it feel like you're safe because you don't have human contact with someone. That's gonna take a lot of jobs because McDonald's already has it set up where they have a kiosk where you press what you want, and then I don't know how it works. I don't eat McDonald's, but they bring you out. I assume they bring you out your food once you order on the kiosk. They, More than likely, all fast food chains are going to go to that. Okay, you're probably going to have that on your in your drive-through. All right, you're going to see a lot of grocery stores go to the automation. All right, you already have a lot of grocery stores that have the self checkout. Pretty soon, you're going to go in grocery stores. Only going to be two registers, and everything else is going to be self checkout. All right, and they're gonna say, "Oh, we're doing it for your safety." All right, we're doing it for the safety of your safety and the safety of our employees. Okay, it says, and work precarity, which happens when the convenience of employers and customers entirely overrides the well-being of individual workers. Even with the payroll subsidies that the stimulus legislation provides to small businesses, the prolonged shutdown will likely destroy many mom and pop businesses that have already suffered for decades of brutal competition with the likes of Walmart and Amazon. So the mom and pop shops are through. They're done. All right. Whether they open back up, they may they may do it right for a month or so, but they won't be able to last. Okay, the stimulus money that they receive, that won't be able to help them keep their business afloat. All right. Um, Let me see. Once the pandemic subsides, many people will go back to their old habits, but the corporations do not typically let such opportunities for cutting costs go to waste. As we have seen, whenever efforts to organize workers prompt employees to suddenly bring in more computers, robots, outsource work to contractors, or move jobs entirely offshore. That's what a lot of people are going to do. A lot of these big corporations, they're going to move outsource. They've been doing that for years. All right, computers and robots. All right, you called for a bill or something, they always got an automated system. All right, they're going to enhance these automated systems where you don't need to talk to a person. All right, you can do everything on a computer. All right, you don't have to. Everything is done by computers and robots now. That's taking jobs away. All right, and what are these people going to do? It's not a lot of manual labor jobs out there, and everyone ain't cut out to be doing manual labor. So what are these people going to do? All right, they're gonna they're gonna eventually have to do something. Okay. All right, given how employees are likely to act in response to an economic downturn, many of those now laid off may return, excuse me, may well remain unemployed for a prolonged period. In particular, companies eager to hold down payroll costs will hesitate to hire back older and more experienced workers. They are likely to be left behind and remain in a jobless limbo long after the economy has picked up. There's going to be a lot of people out there without jobs, maybe for years. All right, they could do little gigs here and there, but at the end of the day, they got to provide for their family. All right, and Esau doesn't care. All right, the I'm pretty sure the welfare system is eventually going to cut back. Section 8 and all the benefits that you Jakes were used to, all right, that you took advantage of, all right, and they're not going to be there anymore because everyone's going to be about applying for food stamps, and the states are going to run out of money, all right, to fund these certain specific programs, all right. I'm gonna read a little bit more, and I'm gonna jump into some scriptures. It says, meanwhile, the old stigmas against unemployed workers will resurface as I ain't gonna read that. I'll just read this right here. During the second phase of the coronavirus recession, America's temporarily strengthened social safety net will revert to its usual bare bone form. Somehow, no money will be available to help the long term unemployed, even though just 3 years ago, Congress found more than enough to pay for tax cuts that disproportionately benefited the wealthiest Americans. All right, there's not going to be any money for you people that are unemployed for long stints of time. All right, it's not going to be any benefits. All right, once your unemployment benefits are cut off for however many weeks they give it to you, that's it. Okay, you're going to have to find your job, and it's going to be the job pool is going to be, man. It's going to be, everyone's going to be trying to fight for the same raggedy minimum wage job, and Esau knows that. All right, and Esau knows that that job that they're putting out there that everyone's fighting over, there's no way they can support their family. There's no way they can support themselves, let alone a family. Okay, and Esau knows this. All right, that's why they're doing this. All right, to make you dependent on the system. All right, make you dependent on them. Okay, and eventually they're going to offer you that chip. All right, you want a better life, you want a better job. Come work for us at this specific company. All right, but a part of that, the requirements is you have to get RFID. Have us inject this RFID chip in you. It doesn't hurt. All right, it's only going to hurt for a minute. All right, but you'll be able to access this and access this, and Esau's going to sell a lot of you people on that, man. And those that take it, you're doomed. All right, you're going to get destroyed. All right, and those that don't take it, if you're part of the elect, you're going to receive salvation. All right, you're going to receive a crown from the Yahweh Shai. All right, those that endure to the end, because this is all a part of Esau's New World Order agenda. All right, so I'm gonna put the article in the description if you want to read it in its entirety. Let me just hop into some scriptures real quick. I don't want to make this too long. This is Ecclesiastes 12, and I'm going to start at verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. They said the grinders cease. The grinders represent the workers because they are few. All right, there's not going to be, companies are not going to, there's not going to be hiring a lot of workers. All right, there's not going to be a lot of hiring going on after this, whenever this COVID-19 subsides or whatever. Okay, they're going to be outsource jobs, or the article said it, outsource jobs, use robots, use computers, use automation. All right, the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. They're looking out the windows, the windows are darkened because they're looking out the future, and there's no future here in America. Okay, there's no American dream, coming to America and making it, starting your own business. All that shit is done. Okay, Esau did away with that. All right, Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. The doors represents the stores, the places of commerce, the places of buying things. Or eventually the doors are going to be shut. It's only going to have a few choices, one grocery store, one mechanic. Okay, you're probably going to have to get your car fixed at the Sam's Club or the Costco mechanic or something like that, or a few like I said, a few grocery stores, and pretty much Walmart. All right, Walmart is pretty much gonna be your main source of to get you things you need, pretty much, or Amazon. Okay, when the sounding of the grinding is low, the grinding represents work, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. Cause this is part of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that's bringing down the plague that he's bringing down on America. Okay, this is nothing more than a plague. Let me grab this in 2nd Ezra 15. And 12. Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten. All right, the foundation. Let me look up this word foundation. The foundation, typically, the lowest board, let me see, it's not the one I wanted. The action of establishing. The foundation is something that keeps you keeps something safe, not necessarily safe, but grounded and level and strong. Okay, the foundation is let me see, foundation, the weight of a roof, the walls down, foundation, footing, the base, like the base of America is being smitten right now. Okay, Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right, this is a plague that's being sent. All right, of course with this COVID-19, but with the economic infrastructure is collapsing in this place. All right, the barrel of think a barrel of oil is less than $1 right now or something like that, something crazy. All right, the U.S. dollar, they're not telling you is underwater right now. All right, it's looking real bad for America, America's economy. All right, no one's talking about it because everyone's talking about this COVID-19. All right, this is Zephaniah 1 and 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. Excuse me. In the ancient world, Maktesh was a like the Wall Street of today, all right, where people went there and sold and bought things, and it says all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. So hey, the Most High is cutting that off. All right, the Most High is plaguing this place, plaguing the all the business ventures that America once prospered off of. Is through. All right. And of course Esau, they're gonna Esau's gonna do what they want to do. All right, with their new world order, they're going to try to fulfill their new world order, and all of this crashing the economy, is part of it. All right. Let me jump back to here. Let me get Second Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 22. Let me see. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay, and the storehouses represent these stores. All right, also grocery stores also, because there's going to be a famine that's going to take place here. All right, when the famine comes, when there's lack of food, there ain't gonna be no work for the grocery store workers. All right. Of course, Esau's hiring grocery store workers right now because that's something that's in high demand. But when there's no food, hey, there goes the grocery store workers. All right. But the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right. There's not going to be any merchandise in these stores because everything's going to be done. Everything's either going to be sold at these Walmart, Amazon, those big stores like that, or everything's going to be online. All right. You're not going to be able to go to the shopping mall no more, pretty much. Or your city may have one shopping mall. That's it. Okay. And this is the reality of things. People aren't ready to face the reality. All right, that America is falling. All right, Babylon is falling. Okay, Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, it's through. This is Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. 42. He that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. So there's those that have merchandise, they're not going to make a profit. They're going to have to liquidate everything. All right, all these stores that are closed right now that have all this merchandise. All right, they're going to have to liquidate everything. They're not going to make a profit off of it. And all these builders, these construction companies that are building these continue to build. All right, we're in the middle of a pandemic and you got people still building. All right, they're not going. No one's going to dwell in those homes because no one's going to have any money or to purchase these homes, to purchase these buildings or whatever it may be. All right, he that soweth as he that shall not reap, and he that planteth in the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. That's going into the farmers. The farming industry is down right now with those that have livestock. All right, whether it be chicken farms, cow, that produce meat or whatever. They're not producing as much as they once were. Also, because the demand is not as high. All right, you have groceries. You have not grocery stores. You have a lot of restaurants that depend on those things from these farms that are closed down. So the farmers are losing right now. A lot of these farmers are really committing suicide. They have been committing suicide over the past year or so. All right, because of things of how things have been going, and this just throws this pandemic. This throws fuel on the fire. All right. Let me see. Okay. This is Isaiah 19. All right, and those that believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord willing, I'm a part of the elect. The elect is going to be straight, man, in these times. The elect is going to find, the Most High is going to find a way for the elect to make it through all of this. All right, the Most High is going to find a way to get you a job, or find a way to provide for you and your family. All right, so as you see America crumble, all right, hey, you should rejoice. You shouldn't be mourning and feeling some type of way about there being no jobs out there. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. Points in 15. The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his own vomit. That's the point. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. America is synonymous with Egypt. All right, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. So there's not going to be any work here in Egypt. All right, in America. All right, you got all these people with no work. All right, so therefore it's going to be a lot of foreclosures. There's going to be a lot of homeless. All right, there's already been a rise in homelessness in America already, and that's really amongst you Edomites. All right, so the rise of homelessness is going to be even higher because before this happened, a lot of people was one step out the door of being homeless and shit. With this pandemic coming, all right, they shit. Once everything is said and done, those that had one foot out the door, they're gonna be out the door. All right, with more people to follow. All right, that's the grim future of America. And, all right, and if and that's reality. All right, that's the future of America right there. Homelessness, mass unemployment, okay, and turmoil. All right, destruction. All right, economic destruction, emotional destruction from you people that believe in this place. Actually, let me get a few more scriptures. It's Isaiah 30. It says, "Woe to Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." This is talking about you Israelites. You would say rebellious children, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that walk down and go into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves and to strength in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be your confusion. That's for you Israelites that trust in America. All right, that want to see America rise up from all this shit that's going on. All right, that continue to put your trust and put your faith in America. That it's gonna be all right. Once everything passes over, once this COVID-19, this coronavirus stuff pass over, we're gonna be back where we was. No, it's not gonna get better. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. And I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakak double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom. That was a verse right there.